Hello, everyone. I'm Steph Morrison from the Canadian Schoolhouse, and I hope you are just having a fabulous week, just these few days before Christmas when we can celebrate the birth of Jesus and all that cool special stuff that goes along with it. And I am here with Christine. Christine, go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell us about your Christmas working up to that big day.
As Stephanie said, I'm Christine from the Canadian Schoolhouse, and this week we are just doing all things Christmas related in terms of school, and I have decided to use the Christmas Corner that is a part of the Schoolhouse Teachers site. And there's so many things, like it was hard to just, okay, we only have five, well, not really, we got 5 days if you don't count Christmas Eve. It depends if we have our own traditions for Christmas Eve. So basically we had about 4 days. So it was hard to really narrow it down. Okay, which ones do we want to try? So that's what we're doing this week. And and then Christmas Eve, our tradition is usually all day movies and we eat junk food all day. So
Hey, that's just like us. I was just going through my stash of Christmas Day. Do not eat until Christmas Day.
Yeah.
So I try to refrain myself and of course planning good thing. I'll tell you one of the traditions that I've had for a while, and maybe you have that too, Christine, or any of you watching. So I always do this Christmas casserole, I guess it is. So I make it the night before.
Okay.
And it's kind of with bread, and you're putting like the eggs. It's mainly an egg dish and meat, like in sausage I usually use with it, but I've seen it with bacon or other meat. And so I make that like the night before, right? And then put it all in the casserole dish, and then that's like, I put that in at whatever 10 or 11. And that's like a really cool Christmas tradition. And I'm gonna be so happy if my boys actually eat it this year, because just if my husband will eat it. But that is one of my favorite Christmas traditions. So not only the having lots of junk food, and it's that food that is those little goodies and chocolates and different kind of snacky
Cookies
stuff
and
like that
chips
that we never
and
have any other time of the year.
yeah.
Uh-huh. But
So we're looking
there's a
forward
few
to
other Christmas traditions than eating. Although there's lots of good stuff that goes around that. So I've got one thing I'm going to share first is I thought I might have this done before before we went live here today, but no such luck. But I've got these three printed out for me and both my sons to do, and this is it's an article we have on our site that Christine wrote and did. And yes, we've even got a video on there for it. So you can check out that video and be able to see exactly how it's done. But we've got all the directions printed out there as well. So we've got a link to that article, and I'll let you pop that in our comments there, Christine. And then, so you go ahead and follow that and get that. This one, I actually really love this. Now, this is not only great because the gift of Christmas, right, is Jesus. And Christine has written a whole nice section, really just about that part, not only for you to read as the parent, but read that article to your kids, or better yet, have your kids read it. Good idea. I'm going to do that this afternoon. They're going to read that article out loud, throw some of that stuff in there. But actually really great content. So this craft is not only focusing on the specialness of Jesus as our gift, but also that giving gift to others. And even when I shared this a little bit, I've said you can have this as an ornament because you show it really well as an ornament. And as you showed up there, it's just got like a little bow on it. You can put it on your tree or hang it up wherever you want. And but it can also work as an actual gift box, a small gift box.
Yeah, you can actually open it up and put something in there. Yep.
Yep, and it can be perfect to give as a gift. So that is, anything else you want to add about that article? I know you wrote it, so you're more in tune to everything that's there, but any other highlights that are really good about the article?
No, I think you covered everything. Just, I mean, the whole idea is that just to remember the real reason of Christmas. We get lost in, all of the stories and stuff, but it's why Jesus came, and it is part of the salvation story. So
Uh-huh.
not just Easter is the end of the story, but the Christmas is the beginning. So that's what we want to always keep in our hearts when we celebrate.
Yeah. Oh, and it makes Christmas so I've got tons of Christmas, even with kids, that was not my focus. It was just the fun, the great stuff, the family stuff, and that's awesome stuff as well. But when just now that Jesus is the big part of my Christmas celebrations now, gosh, is it ever more meaningful?
Yeah.
Meaningful in a different way. I mean,
Uh,
really meaningful for the family time and just that specialness of being around family, friends, and that. But just having it as that great celebration of and lots of ways to just be able to take out that day to say thank you for Jesus and what he does in our lives. So I'm looking to make that even more special, like especially on the day, like on Christmas Day, we can do these things to build up an anticipation. But um, so other family traditions, why don't you share? I love the other gift idea thing, and Christine actually shared this in our company Christmas party, and I love that idea. Got a little bit more info, but I imagine that's what you're going to share, that
yeah.
same gift for Jesus.
So this is um, something that sits on our tree every year, under our tree every year.
I'm going to
And
put you full screen here. So,
okay,
oh,
there we go. So, and it just has a simple label that says "Happy Birthday, Jesus" on it, just so no one gets into it. This one is for Jesus. And the goal is that we remember that he is the reason for the season, and it's actually his birthday, so we celebrate that. And inside, um, it's a little bit messy now, but so what I have is just, and you can make this yourself. I just got stuff from the dollar store, just some things to represent gold, the three gifts that were presented to Jesus. And I keep this so it doesn't leak, but I have two bottles here that say frankincense and myrrh. So, and again, dollar store items, quick and easy. And then we have a little reading. So we focus on Matthew chapter 2, verses 9 to 11, which is the story of the wise men coming. And then we go over the meaning of what those gifts represent: gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And we talk about how gold represents his royalty, frankincense is the worship that we would give to him, and myrrh represents his death, the sacrifice of his death. And so after we do that, the reading and going through all of that, we come together and we sing Happy Birthday to Jesus. And then we open everything else. So if you wanted to do that, it's definitely something easy you can do. I just took a regular, I don't even know what kind of box it was. I had it done, so, and I just wrapped it over with some gift paper and made it but you can buy an even nicer box and put whatever you think that would teach your kids about the Christmas story. And like, you can even put a nativity set in there and just go through the story together like that. Definitely make it your own, and hopefully it helps. But it definitely sets the tone for the day, because I know growing up, the first thing, you just think, oh, it's Christmas morning, I gotta see what's under the tree, and you want to get into those presents, right? But okay, hold on. So my kids know now, like, just okay, we have to do Jesus first, which is
uh-huh.
I'm happy that that's the thing that they take away. Then we're good.
Yeah, yeah, it's excellent. Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that too. And what have I got? Three days left? Oh, plenty of time. Plenty of time. 3 days to get that present.
It really, it
I am
didn't take
going to do it
long.
this year. Call me on that, Christine. You make sure next time we're talking after Christmas. Anyway, you ask me if I did that. Hold me accountable.
Okay.
Um, so what was the other? Oh, I know. I went and grabbed this.
Yes, your
So this is
calendar.
something that we have done. So I made this. Let me get back here and back and back.
I'll put you full
So
screen.
this is a countdown to Christ Day. Um, so it's really just an Advent thing that, that I made myself, right? And just did it with a bit of like the, little tiny pockets in here. And as you can see, oh, I'm reaching up here. Where are we? On the 23. Yeah, the boys, I'm sure, would have taken 22 already. Yeah, they got their little stuff. And usually, sometimes I put like little, especially when they were younger, I put like little figures in there or neat little things. These aren't really super big, so not a lot can fit in there, but mostly I just put little chocolates or something in there for the Advent idea of Christmas. And so we have a lot of fun with that. I have a lot of fun actually finding the things to put in there. Because again, it's just little candies or Christmas, but not only do I have to find something that's small enough, but I try to find something that's varied, right? Because I think of that anticipation, that building up as we're coming closer and closer. And I also want to try to make it that little bit, of surprise that Christmas time is, and that
Yeah.
we
No,
like
it's really
we like
cute.
that surprise.
Really
Uh-huh.
cute.
So that's kind of one of our things that we do as far as the Advent, and just to make give the kids a little bit of chocolate first thing every single morning. At least that's what we've done this year, is chocolate. But
Well,
again,
it
I can find
change
other
as they
little,
get older, right?
yeah, I don't know. I might put little, I actually thought of putting those little, like foil dollars and stuff like that. Those would work good in there too.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe real money in there. That would
Oh.
probably be pretty, they probably really like that too. So what else do we have here? Was there something else? I know we want to share. So last year we did a Finding Christ in Christmas activities. So the link for this is in an article that we did last year. So it does just have the calendar for last year, and the calendar is actually kind of neat because it's interactive. You can just, once you print it off and you open it in a PDF, like in Adobe, a real PDF reader, then you can just hover over it and it'll say that activity. But part of the PDF that you can get in the article, so you can either just read the article and scroll through it, get some ideas of different activities and that you can do. And we've done it from the 1st of December to the 31st, because as much as there's all this nice build up to Christmas, there's just that really special time. I find I love the week actually in between Christmas and New Year's. It's almost always a quieter week. I know this year I'm going to be working maybe a little bit. I mean, I just work from home, so I throw in a few hours maybe here or there next week. My husband is probably not working at all, as far as I know at this point, unless something comes up that he feels like he might want to do something a day or two. And then, of course, just the whole routine of kind of everything is just like thrown up in the air.
Yeah.
So I really love that week after Christmas. And I think as far as like traditions go, or just, I think it's a perfect time to find different traditions on that time. Not that I have anything like outright to share right now, but if any of you watching happen to have any other traditions that you do or that you share, just feel free to throw them in the comments there. We'd love to hear about them, as well as anybody else looking at this later on would love some extra ideas. I know I'm always looking for ideas to make Christmas a little bit more, not only a little bit more Christ-centered, but a little bit more like really when we look at the world around us, it's pretty commercialized Christmas time. And I really try to withdraw from that major commercialization of decorations and of abundance of gifts. And I really I focus on the candy, on the chocolate. I get too abundant in that area myself. For everybody though, just
I think,
myself.
yeah, that's for
Everybody,
everybody.
yeah.
It's the
So,
perfect
and that's
excuse to have this special extra stuff.
yeah. Again, it makes it different. Like, I mean, I guess that's almost a tradition because, I get stuff that it's not the normal, candies or chocolates or right. It's always different stuff than we really have any other time of the year. So
Yeah.
makes it pretty special still.
Yeah, I think we're gonna try and
Um,
do like things like pate and
oh yeah.
those goat cheeses with the cranberries and those kinds of things that we don't usually eat. We save those for special occasions, so we're looking forward to all of
Uh-huh.
that. Yes, my kids eat
Yeah.
pate. It's so weird.
That does sound weird. I don't know that my kids would be are I don't I've probably had pate somewhere. I've never made it before myself or bought it myself, but yeah, because pate is what is it made out of?
Liver, it's liver
Right. Mixed with something else. I mean,
mixed with
it's
something.
it's a
Yeah, I honestly I haven't
spread,
had it in
right?
years
But
actually.
oh
So
yeah.
we're looking forward to having that. I know I like it. So
Well, that makes it different. I'll look into that and maybe we'll see. Yeah, when you say it's liver, it doesn't like would be like, oh yeah, that would taste good. But maybe depending what it's
you
mixed with.
have to like liver.
Yeah, it's never really agreed with me yet.
Oh, okay.
So did you share that link when you were talking about schoolhouse teachers?
I
Did
did
you share
not,
the
so
link
I
yet
will
for
put
the
that in
Christmas corner?
here.
So that's the last thing we had on our list that we wanted to share with you all was that Christmas corner on Schoolhouse Teachers. So you do have to be a member to use that, but I know lots of our viewers are members of Schoolhouse Teachers as well. So there is a whole Christmas corner there, which you have likely seen as a Schoolhouse Teachers member. But so that's great. That's something that was the
The
Schoolhouse
craft,
Teachers
yeah.
Christmas corner craft thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the lesson that we did was from the Ditch the Desk course, and it was the history of the Christmas tree. So it talked about all the where did that start, that whole idea, and how the decorations evolved over time. So, and then you make your own.
Uh-huh. We were just talking about that within our family just sometime in the last couple of days too. Like, where did all this stuff start from? You get these little traditions, getting the tradition of like Santa Claus, and I know it kind of comes a little bit from Saint Nicholas, but there's a lot about Santa Claus, and it's like, wow, that's an interesting, like when you start thinking of where that came from, and all of
Yep.
that stuff does have some the naughty or nice list. Oh, that's what we were watching the Polar Express last night.
Oh
And they're
yeah.
very much about the naughty and nice list, right? Those
Yeah.
elves in that story. And so, like, where did that ever come up with the naughty and nice list? Actually, I think what I said is parents must have really came up with that naughty and nice list to really encourage their kids to make sure they're good, especially around Christmas time. So, and as parents, we need these little helping things of, yeah, make sure. Not that
Well,
Santa Claus is really a big thing in our family. My kids are well aware of the imagination that comes with Santa Claus. But
yeah, I mean, I think that's where the elf on the shelf idea came from too, right? It's just, to encourage that good behavior
yeah.
just before Christmas. So I think it just evolves into other things. Who knows what's gonna come
Mhm.
through next, but
I know there'll be other stuff
yeah.
eventually. Great. All right. Well, I think we've covered everything we wanted to, and I am so glad that we got on here just a few days before Christmas. We want to wish you all a wonderful, joyous Christmas season. Enjoy the time with your family and friends, and all of us at the Canadian Schoolhouse look forward to just having all these resources just come, whether you're watching this video live or you're watching this recording. I hope you use some of that stuff just to make your Christmas time a little bit more special and focused on Jesus himself. Thank you all, and you have a wonderful day. Bye.
Merry Christmas.